This is a water monitor. Come here. So this is an Asian water monitor. Everyone's heard of the Komodo dragon?
Yes.
This is the closest relative. The Komodo dragon is the biggest monitor in the world. The water monitor is the second biggest in the world, second biggest lizard. So they get to be about, the males can be 7 feet long and weigh about 70 pounds. The females, which is what this is, reach about 60 pounds. So if you want, you can reach out and stroke her side. And if you like that feeling, you're not alone. These lizards are the lizards that are used to make boots and belts and handbags. Unfortunately, let's say you bought an alligator boot.
Right.
The alligator is raised on a farm, and it's farmed like a chicken, and the skin comes from a captive raised animal. If you buy a lizard boot, this is an animal that's hunted out of the rainforest by the millions and turned into boots and belts and handbags. So it actually makes more sense to buy an alligator boot than it does a lizard boot, because at least it's a farmed animal. The tongue is extremely sensitive, and it's a combination smell-taste. She both smells and tastes with the tongue. So she's tasting the air, my arm, the chair, the carpet, you, all of that comes in, and she's deciphering whether she needs to worry or not. But she's done this so many times, there isn't much that makes her worry. The only problem would be if you had a chicken leg, you'd lose it awful quickly. You'd lose it awful quickly. Yeah.
And
yes.
while they're in the wild, what do they usually hunt on?
They'll take everything from bugs to fish to eggs to birds to frogs to lizards, snakes, squirrels. I mean, anything that they can catch, they will try to catch. What we find out about these monitors in the wild is that they have a sense, they have a mapping sense in their heads. So they'll identify an area and what lives in that area, let's say a frog for this case. So they'll be able to identify that this species of frog lives here. Even perhaps this individual frog lives here. This individual squirrel lives here. And in the course of their travels, they'll find that animal out of place. They'll find that squirrel maybe a few hundred yards away, and they'll frighten it, they'll spook it. The squirrel doesn't want to go directly back home. The squirrel wants to evade the animal, elude the animal chasing it. So it'll do a couple of zigzags and try to get away. But the monitor goes right back to where the squirrel is going, goes back to its home. When the squirrel arrives, the monitor is waiting for it already. So it actually tricks the animal into running home.
Right.
And that's where it's waiting for it. So imagine being able to learn your town, every road, every house, every floor of the building. That's the kind of map idea they have in their head through a rainforest.
Wow, pretty smart animals.
Yeah, pretty amazing, pretty amazing. So they can definitely identify individual people. They can definitely identify, individual circumstances. The only problem you get is when there's food. When there's food, they forget everything and watch your fingers. Yeah, yeah. Once she smells food, then she doesn't care who you are, and she's going to try to take the food. Yeah, I was doing a show where I had given the host a turtle, and he was holding the turtle, and I had her out, and he said, is there any problem with this animal and the turtle? And I said, no, I don't think so. And as it was coming out of my mouth, she reached across and took the turtle out of his hand. Fortunately, the turtle was fine.
Right.
I mean, he should have grabbed the shell, and I pulled it back out of her mouth. But, anything that she can consider food, she'll try to eat.
And how old would this female would be?
She's 6 years old. They can live to be about 20 years old. And she's going to get much heavier. She won't get much longer, but she'll gain mass as she gets older.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. All right?
All right.
All right.